What is up, YouTube? This is Cybergon, your Chef with the Cat, back again for another video. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, Konami has finally released the newest upcoming ban list. And normally I would just show my reaction to the list and all that good stuff. However, it's been out for a little while now, so I'm pretty sure everyone's already seen it. So, what I'm instead going to do is I'm just going to discuss what's on there, why they hit it, and what this could potentially mean for upcoming formats. Specifically the next one coming up, and what we can expect to see. I'm also not going to be showing the ban list. I'll leave a link in the description down below, but past that, it's been out so long again, I don't really feel like there's much of a need to. So, let's go ahead and get started here with the Forbidden section. They only banned 4 cards this time, and some of which I feel a little bit happier about than others. The first of which that they banned is Apocryphal Towers, or just Qliphort Towers, as many of us know. This is their boss monster, and so many people cannot stand facing off against their deck, Tower Turbo. The reason it's such a pain is because 1, Qliphort Towers is 3k, 2, it weakens your opponent's monsters by 500 every second it's out, and 3, it's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects that are lower than its level, or I think it's equal to or lower than. And it's 10 stars, so it's not a lot of things that can really hurt it. It was just a big pain to try and get around, not a whole lot you really do. It was just an annoying deck to face off against, so that's one that I personally am okay with, because I feel like that was kind of an unnecessary busted card. Next up, we have Shurit, Strategist of the Nekroz. Now, this card got hit in the previous ban list as well. He's a little level 3 guy from Nekroz, who can serve as the entire tribute for any Nekroz ritual summon. And I thought he was fine at 1 personally, but I guess Konami is just trying to officially nail in that coffin in Nekroz, because that's a pretty powerful hit to just straight out ban it. Speaking of things that probably would have been fine at 1 instead of being banned, we have my least favorite hit on the ban list, El Shaddoll Construct. Now, for anyone who's played any form of Shaddoll deck ever, you know that any build worth its salt will involve some form of a light-based engine. Why? Because Construct is, again, the boss monster. It is the one that the deck will go to under any and all circumstances, and with that being gone, that's a pretty heavy hit. I honestly can safely say that that hit alone probably just killed Shaddolls. And as a Shaddoll player myself, that's kind of concerning. I'm still trying to find a way to build them. My initial build for them was some sort of a weird trifecta of cards, so I'm just cutting out the light aspect and going for like a trap trick Shaddoll sort of thing. We'll see how that goes, but honestly I don't have high hopes for it. I feel like honestly Construct could have been to 1 and still been fine, but at the same time I can't say they didn't have it coming. I made an entire rant on why all the Duelist Alliance New Challenger cards needed to get hit, and they did pretty much, so much as it annoys me, I can't really say I didn't see it coming. And by far my favorite hit on here now is Evil Swarm Exiton Knight. Banned. I got so tired of hearing everybody tell me that, oh, he's not that bad, he's not that bad. No, he's that bad. His effect can literally be translated to once per turn if you are not winning. Start winning. It's stupid. Just, he's a generic rank 4, and let's face it, most decks nowadays can just crap out rank 4s like easy. Even if they're not an Xyz deck, they can still crap out rank 4s because they're just that easy to go into. Plus, if you're going to be going into an Exiton Knight, it's never going to be in a position where you're not at a disadvantage. It's just stupid. And for a complete board wipe? I mean, yeah, it's only during your main phase or your opponent's battle phase, but do you know how annoying it is to get chained on attack declaration and have my field nuked? It's infuriating. Screw Exiton Knight. I hate him, always hated him, and I'm happy to see him gone. Sayonara, bitch. Okay, So that's it for the Forbidden section. Now we move on to the Limited section, which they got a little bit more busy here. First card to be hit, Qliphort Scout. Man, I don't know why Konami suddenly hates Qli so much. They have no towers, they have one scout, they have one sacrifice. Deck ain't got much left, honestly. The only thing I really see them doing is switching out tower for Skybase and, I don't know, maybe probably running an extra, what do you call it, Summoner's Art if they weren't already running 3, but, I mean, honestly, I can't really see the deck doing a whole lot past this, because Skybase, honestly, isn't even as good. For those of you guys who don't know what Qliphort Skybase does, it's pretty much the same thing with the locking down monster effects of monsters that are weaker than it, but as opposed to weakening the opponent's monsters and a random force discard, he can take control of a monster until the end phase, which isn't bad. I mean, hell, that's what Snatch Steal basically did as far as a lot of people were concerned, and that defined a format, so who knows, maybe Skybase is going to be the new thing. I personally doubt it, but you never know. Next up we have Graf of the Burning Abyss. I don't know how to say I'm guessing Malabranch or something. Anyway, Graf himself is now at 1. Graf, for those of you guys who don't know, is the one who special summons from the deck when he's sent to the graveyard. And honestly, given that their only real hit up until now is Tour Guide, I feel like this is definitely Konami saying that they're tired of Burning Abyss as well. They're pretty much slapping all of those big decks, the ones that have just been defining the format the entire time, so even Burning Abyss is not safe. Next up, Mathematician. That one caught me a little bit off guard, but I can't say I'm surprised, honestly. Mathematician is just a really good card. It's just bring him out, do a Fool's Burial. It's not like a lot of decks work off of frickin' Grave Support anyway. And then if he dies for any reason, draw a card. It's pretty good. I still don't fully understand where that came from, but whatever. Next up, we have a twofer with Nekroz of Brionac and Nekroz of Unicorn. Remember how I said sure it was the first time they're trying to kill him? This is the other one. That's just a brutal hit as far as I'm concerned. That's two of their better monsters. I feel like Brio was probably fine at 2, honestly. He was just one of their searchers. Unicorn, I'm happy with at 1, because he was just annoying. If you open up with a Unicorn, that's one of those cards that's really hard to do something against turn 1. And it's not like he's very hard to get either. All you really need to do is just activate Clydomir, send Herald of the Arclight, and then you get him out, then Herald's effect kicks in, and you get a ritual spell or monster. It was just a pretty stupid opening move, and one that they could do pretty easily, so now they're a little bit more limited on it, but I think it's more fair, personally. Next up is another one that came kinda randomly, Ritual Beast Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahawk. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Ritual Beast at all. I hate their slimy little guts, honestly. But, at the same time, I'm still confused where this hit came from. I didn't realize Ritual Beasts were really doing anything. I mean, now, am I upset? No, not at all. I'm happy to see that they're getting hit. I just didn't feel like it was warranted in any way, because I haven't heard about Ritual Beasts really doing anything. As far as I was concerned, the only deck that was really doing something out of Secret Forces was Nekroz. And that just left Ritual Beast and Yosenju just kind of chilling in the background, not really doing anything. But I guess I was wrong on that account. Who knew? Alright, next up is another hit I'm not overly fond of, El Shaddoll Fusion. Now, it's been going on for a while how everyone's been saying that the two cards in Shaddoll that need to get hit were Construct and Fusion, El Shaddoll Fusion. And I was saying that regular Shaddoll Fusion needed to get hit because it could do it from the main deck with materials. But I am now willing to admit in hindsight that was just personal selfish bias, because El Shaddoll Fusion is an amazing, amazing card. It's just quick play fusion, which I will now own up to and say is stupid, because just being able to fuse in the battle phase is dumb. I liked it, but it was dumb. This one I feel is a far more warranted hit than Construct being completely banned, but yeah, they're pretty much, Konami's at this point just trying to kill off all of its main decks. And so now I'm sure you guys are saying to yourself, well, hold on, that means Tellarknights are dead too, right? They won YCS. They have to be dead. Here's their hit. Rhoda to 1. What the hell, Konami? The winner of YCS got Rhoda to 1 as their hit? You butchered all these other decks over here. And you just go up to Tellarknights and just slap him on the wrist? That's it? The hell? You actually hurt a lot more decks than you did with Tellarknights. Tellarknights still have Deneb. They have their searching. They can reuse Deneb over and over again. Rhoda's not a big deal. Here's a list of decks that hurt more. Heroic Challengers. Heroes. Ninjas. Anything that runs ninjas. So that hit Kaijus more than it hit freaking Tellarknights. It was just a stupid hit, honestly. That really didn't make any sense to me. I'm not surprised that Rhoda got hit because Warrior decks were kind of creeping in power, but I still feel it was a little bit unwarranted given the reason why they hit it and what they could have done comparatively. So I just feel it was a stupid hit for what they could and should have done, but no sense griping over it. Oh well. That's it for the limited section. Now, semi-limited only has a single card, and that is Sir. Malbranch of the Burning Abyss. He's the one that is the Monster Reborn for the deck. He special summons a Burning Abyss from the graveyard whenever he is sent there. So I can see why they put him at 2 and Graph at 1. It does slow down the deck considerably, plus you have to bear in mind that Tour Guide is still at 1, so that does put some heavier limitations on Burning Abyss. Compared to what they did to Nekroz, Kleez, and Shaddoll's, I think Burning Abyss will be able to come out of it just fine, though. They're still playable. Especially if we ever do manage to get Beatrice, then that deck will just be godlike, honestly. Alright. So, now for what's officially off the ban list. What has become unlimited. Again, 4 cards, same as how we started this. They are Chaos Sorcerer, Legendary Six Samurai Shien, Spellbook of Fate, and Gear. And I am okay with all of that. No one's really playing Chaos Sorcerer 2, no one's playing Six Samurai, plus we're going to be getting Cyber Dragon Infinity in a couple of months, so who really cares if he's back at 3. No one's playing Spellbooks, no one's playing Gear. You can have your stuff. I really don't even care about that at all. So that's pretty much it for the ban list. Now, the real question is, what does this mean for the upcoming format? Well, this ban list does not officially kick in until November 9th. Dimensions of Chaos comes out November 6th, which means that deck will, all those decks will officially be a thing when this format kicks in. And that regrettably means that this is going to become a 2-deck format, since pretty much everything that was defining the format prior to is done, with the exception of Tellarknights and kinda Burning Abyss. Because Tellarknights can still work past it, they have other means that they can do, they can use like Skybridge or just other cards, they'll be fine. Burning Abyss, they can be a little bit inventive, they can find some stuff, I'm sure they will manage. That's what's going to exist from the previous format. The new format, however, is going to consist of 2 decks, Magispectors and Cosmos. Cosmos were kind of a surprise little thing when they came out, just how good they were, and now they're just getting better and better stuff. They're getting Dark Destroyer, they're getting Straw Man, they're getting a lot of good stuff, honestly. So, plus with the amazing stuff that they already had, I think this is going to be quite a powerful deck. And then, for those of you who haven't faced Magispectors, well, God bless. They are one of the most infuriating decks I have ever had to face in my life. For those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to awaken you to the horror that is Magispectors. They are a Pendulum-based archetype, all of them, so they don't really ever die. They have no pendulum effect, but they all have the shared effect of they cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And since they're pendulums, you might as well go ahead and throw battle in there too, because they're just going to come back next turn anyway. And, on top of that, they each have the effect of when they are summoned, doesn't matter how, it can be normal, special, whatever, just summoned, they search out one of their back row cards, and they have enough back row to make Infernities look tame with it. And they started the phrase set 5 and pass. That's how dumb these cards are. They have something for everything. They have a Banisher, a battle, they have like 3 battle traps, I think. Just a bunch of stupid stuff they really don't need. It's just an annoying deck to fight. There's really nothing you can do. Primarily because of their main monster effect, which is you cannot target or destroy them with card effects. It's either. Raigeki doesn't work. Freaking. There's so many things that just don't work against them. The only out to them I have ever found, and I truly mean the only out I've ever found to them, is Dimensional Prison. And that's only at 3. You need a lot more than 3 battle traps to stop these guys. Trust me. They can usually bring out more than 3 monsters in their first turn, plus all the stupid back row crap they have. And they're going to be coming out with Supercell come Bosch, which pretty much makes them invincible, more so than they already are. It's just dumb. That deck is going to be tier 0 easily. Cosmos might be a strong tier 1. I'm not sure they're going to be quite at the level of Magispectors, but they're definitely going to be one of the top decks. The only other thing I can think of that is going to be able to compete with them doesn't really come out until Breakers of Shadows, so sit tight everyone, this is going to be a rough couple of months for us coming ahead, but hopefully they will get hit come whenever the next ban list is, and when Breakers of Shadow comes out, hopefully all of the broke-ass stuff that we're getting out of there will be able to make it a little bit more tolerable. But that's really all I got for you guys this time, so let me know what you guys think of the ban list down in the comments below. Is it fair? Is it stupid? Is it a little bit of both? Could they have made some better choices? Well, inherently yes, tolerance is still a thing, but regardless, let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can also let me know on my Facebook page. There's a link to that down in the description below. Don't forget to also like this video and subscribe to my channel for further content. Until next time, peace.